Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and here's an interesting problem. Um, the square root of the square root of the square root of the square root of 5 to the power of 80, what does it equal? Well, there are a couple of ways of dealing with this. I think they probably amount to the same thing, but I'll go through them anyway, and we'll get to an answer. Okay, so um, quite possibly you can see from what I've got here where this is heading. The power of 80 has to multiply whatever power is in here. Now, each one of these square roots is a power of a half. So if we wanted to write 5 to the square root of 5 as an index, that would be 5 to the power of a half. And so what we can do is we can just work our way sort of slowly through this, going 80 to the power of 80 times the power of a half, well, that will be 40, and then 40 times the power of a half, well, that will be what we have here. Just make sure that I get the right number of square roots in here, and that will be 20. And we'll move along to the point where we've got rid of one more of these, and that will be 10. And we will eventually wind up with that multiplied by this, which is effectively the power of a half, 5 to the power of 5, which I think is a reasonable answer. You can multiply that up. It's I can't do it off the top of my head. It's 625, or maybe I can. 625 to times 5, which will be 3,125. Oh, I've got to check that now. I can't live with the the uncertainty. Yeah, 3,125. So 3,125. I hadn't actually intended for an answer like this. I was going to be perfectly happy with this. Now, another way of looking at this, and this will be really quick because it's essentially the same thing. What we can do is we can convert the inside of this bracket to a series of integers. And the first one here is 5 to the power of a half, 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 which has the effect of giving us 5 to the power of a half times a half times a half times a half times, of course, 80. Now, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives us 5 to the power of 1 over 16. That's a 16 there. We multiply that by 80 and we get 5 to the power of 5. And my poor penmanship aside, that is our answer. And it is exactly the same answer as we got here. Okay, well, it's interesting. It's probably not something you're going to get asked every day, but somebody did. And so I set about solving it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting and useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.